DeSantis is banning mask mandates, even though Florida has more kids in the hospital than any other state.
You're just short of calling him a negligent homicidal sociopath, because that's what he is. This dangerous criminal. He's risking the lives of children, children's parents, their grandparents, anyone they may come in contact with, so that he could appeal to his white supremacist base.
Oh, wow. She's like a fine wine, meaning she should be kept in a crate. So remember the good old days when the press could crap all over the unvaccinated?
This is now a pandemic of the unvaccinated. If the unvaccinated are not to blame, who is?
The anti-vaxxers are criminal at this point. They're taking away the future of this country.
It's all, I have a right to infect my house, to infect my community, to kill everybody.
It's like drunk drivers. You don't have the right to go out and drink and drive and put everybody else at risk, including your own life at risk.
Part of the metric here is ignorance, but part of it is also arrogance, this misplaced sense of righteous indignation and resistance that they believe is a false manifestation of freedom.
And all these people were saying, I don't want to put this stuff in my body. They're out drinking on the weekend and putting other substances in their bodies. That's way worse for them than a vaccine. So come on, let's be real.
Let's be real. Wasn't that fun? We really gave it to those mindless hicks out in the sticks, right? The message, instead of getting vaxxed, these white mouth-breathing cretins are speaking in tongues, handling snakes, and watching Fox News. And therefore, they're killing the rest of us. But then that narrative changed. Something happened. After people like me pointed out that actually it's not white folks running from the vaccine, we all know white people can't run. It's black folks and brown folks, too, who are pretty shy about getting the vax. In fact, the rates of unvaccinated is way higher among minorities in cities like Manhattan. According to New York City's own data, about 2/3 of adults are vaccinated, but black New Yorkers are at 31% and Hispanics 42%. So now the obnoxious finger-pointing mysteriously disappeared, much like one of Governor Cuomo's hands during a selfie. Yeah, you can clap at that. I'll take it. And once again, the press hoped no one would notice how wrong they were on this. Go ahead, ask them, are non-white vaccine residents just as stupid, arrogant, and murderous as the whites? We're waiting. Morning Joe, Chris Cuomo, Don Lemon. How about you, President Joe? Shouldn't you be as upset at those folks in the city as you are in the sticks? Or does that require consistency? Things the Democrats lack. So why did the media focus only on white right-wingers? Well, it creates endless opportunities for self-righteous drivel from TV hosts. I should know. It could be anything. Climate, taxes, law enforcement, gender, race. They turn everything into a far less entertaining version of pro wrestling. They always need a villain. Okay. So much like Amtrak, the truth doesn't turn a profit for cable news, which may be why the media only likes to do the fun racist stuff. Yeah, it must be the fans of Larry the Cable Guy who are killing us. These non-vax are the same idiots who voted for Trump, speeding around in pickup trucks, listening to country music while brushing their remaining teeth with grits and gravy. They probably even like America, God forbid. But now the data says otherwise. So where is the media on this? They're not even bothering to address the black communities. But I guess if you can't divide us, then why bother doing anything helpful? I mean, you could help get the pro-vax message to black communities, but I guess it's more fun to cleave a country in two. I wonder what the angry black male has to say.
What kind of closet is this? It must be for gut fill. This stuff hangers all the way. What the? What? Why are you always sneaking up on me? What the hell? So you blame something on one group because it fits your narrative, but then you try to find out it was actually on another group. So instead of talking about blame or educating the right group, you just keep pretending it's the wrong group. That doesn't make me angry. It makes me sad. You're so ignorant and racist that you lie to everybody. So I guess that means you're consistent. So that means you're consistently full of
Speaking of, in New York City, Bill de Blasio just introduced a vaccine passport to the city, where Trump got 23% of the vote in 2020. So it's not the righties that de Blasio is after. The new passport system calls for showing proof of vax to enter gyms, restaurants, and entertainment venues, which, judging by the stats I just mentioned, effectively bans most blacks, just like the Dems did to them during the classic Jim Crow days. So who's the Hitler now? If 70% of black New Yorkers are unvaccinated, they're the ones getting banned. Talk about white privilege. Imagine if Trump had done this, CNN would be handing out the pitchforks. By the way, it's odd that the left says you can't be expected to present an ID to vote, but you must show vaccine proof everywhere else. Why not allow absentee vaccine proof with no signature verification dropped off by people who hate vaccines? I mean, there's a hole in their plan you could drive a bus full of illegal immigrants through. So you can't demand proof of vaccine at the border, but you can do it at Times Square's Applebee's. Makes sense. Their jalapeno poppers are more dangerous than any virus from a Chinese lab. Be close to a bathroom. So will Chris Cuomo call the 70% of black New Yorkers ignorant? What do you think? He's probably too busy creating strategies to defend his brother from grabbing women's breasts. I suppose the vaccinated white liberals must be secretly pleased. More open seats at the bar, more empty tables at their favorite trendy restaurant. And it's nice to have a break from all the murders their policies have led to. But if you judge the Dems the way they judge everyone else, then this would be racist. But we aren't Democrats, thank God. We just want people to do the right thing. Black, white, you name it. I think it's a good thing to get the vaccine if your doctor says you can. I know people who are gung-ho about it and people who are hell no about it. Some of these people I love, but none of them fit into the neat little categories the media loves to bash. The press just feels good about making other people feel bad. Conflict is their vaccine against loneliness. Thank God we're blessed with a natural immunity against this. It's called seeing everyone as Americans.